Hey guys, what's going on? It's MJ Q&A coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Look, a question we get quite frequently is what is the best way to train abs? What is the best way to train core? Sometimes people put it together and say, look, what's the best way to train abs and core? Look, the best way for me to answer this question is to separate the two, address the best way to train abs, and then address the best way to train core. So starting with abs, look, what is the best way to train abs? Look, there's a lot of bro science about this, going from, you should never use weights when you train abs, or to right up to you should do 50 reps for all of your ab exercises, to you should train them once a week, you should train them every single day. A lot of confusion, a lot of bro science about it. Look, the easiest way to cut through that all is to remember abs are a muscle group just like every other muscle group in your body. So if you want them to grow, train them like you would every other muscle group in your body. So that means, what I personally do is I train abs once a week. I use weights where I can. I'm doing a warm-up set per exercise, and then I'm doing 3 working sets of 8 to 12 reps, 3 to 4 exercises per workout. And that is gonna get you some pretty amazing results from abs, because it gets you pretty amazing results with every other muscle group that you train. So to give you an example, look, when I train during an ab workout, I'm gonna do a couple of different exercises. I'm gonna do an exercise where my abs are exerting maximum force in a contracted position, so a sit-up type exercise. I'm gonna do an exercise where my abs are exerting maximum force from a stretch position, so a leg raise type exercise. Then I'm gonna do an exercise where I hit my obliques, so like a side crunch. So to give you an actual workout example, so I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna find myself a weighted sit-up machine. I'm gonna hop on that machine, I'm gonna do my warm-up set, and then I'm gonna do 3 working sets, 8 to 12 reps on the sit-up machine with a weight, pyramiding up in weight, pyramiding down in reps, as I would every other muscle group. I'm then gonna hop on and find myself a chin-up bar, and I'm gonna do weighted leg raises. So I'm gonna hang myself from that chin-up bar, I'm gonna raise my legs from the ground up as close to horizontal as I can possibly get. I'm gonna weight that as well if I've got enough strength to be able to do it. And then finally, I'm gonna hop on a bench. I'm gonna do some Roman chair crunches where my hips are on the bench and I'm crunching over, and I'm gonna hit my right side obliques, my left side obliques, exactly the same as before. I'm gonna hit a warm-up set, and then I'm gonna hit 3 working sets, 8 to 12 reps. By this stage, I'm probably not gonna be able to use weights anyway, so I'm gonna try and get as close to 8 to 12 reps as I can on each side. Look, that's just an example of how to train abs. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put as a note to this video a couple of different workouts, but remember, hit your abs, contracted position, maximum force, your stretch position, maximum force, and then if you want, you can hit your obliques as well. So that's the best way to train abs. Look, the other side of the question is, what is the best way to train core? Now, this is a little bit different, and my opinion is quite strong on this, and it may vary from other people's opinions, but I come from a natural bodybuilding background, and my kind of background is you're doing your big heavy chest exercises, you're doing your big heavy back exercises, you're doing your big heavy leg exercises, your squats, your deadlifts, your bench press. Look, every time you do a big heavy exercise like that, what you're doing is you're indirectly stimulating your core. So your core is actually getting trained during those exercises to keep your hips in place, to keep your chest in place, to keep your back in place. So you're indirectly hitting core, depending on what sort of exercises you're doing, probably 3 or 4 times a week indirectly as part of those bigger exercises. If you then go and directly train core, once a week, twice a week, you could be hitting core altogether 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. And what you're actually gonna do is overtrain that core. So you're actually gonna start to lose strength because you're not giving your core enough time to rest and recover. So my opinion on this is, what is the best way to train core is really not to directly train core. Just do your big heavy exercises, your heavy bench, your heavy deadlifts, your heavy squats, and your core is gonna get indirectly trained enough to get you some results with your core. Now just quickly, I can hear all of the ladies through the camera saying, look, I don't do bench press, I don't do deadlift, I don't do squat. How am I supposed to train my core? Guess what, ladies? Go and do bench press, go and do deadlifts, go and do squats. They're not gonna bulk you up. You're not gonna look like a Mr. Olympia contender. All it's gonna do is it's gonna hit your core the best way you can. So make sure, male or female, do those big heavy exercises and your core will take care of itself. So that's the answer to the question, what is the best way to hit abs? What is the best way to hit core? Look, if you've got a question that you want us to answer, please drop us an email, QA, that's the letter Q, the letter A, at MassiveJoes.com, and you may get an answer to your question in the next edition of MJ Q&A, coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.